All right, friends, so we are going to do an activity with our watercolors. So yesterday we started talking about the planets. So we're going to do a little painting with our fingers to represent the planets. So you need your watercolors, you need a piece of paper, you need 2 sources of water, a little water to get your paint wet. Since we're going to be dipping our fingers in the paint, I have water in a bowl that I'm going to clean my fingers off with in between colors. So therefore I have a little old towel that I'm going to use to just dry my fingers off so that I don't get water and paint all over my table. I've got a big paintbrush because I want to get the color nice and wet. I have a little paintbrush for just one little detail that we're going to do. And I'm working on a mat because I want to make sure that I don't get paint on my table. All right, so I'm going to start by getting the paint ready that I'm going to use. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of water into all of the paint that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use my red, swish that around a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to use my orange. Wash my brush off. Use my yellow. Looks like my orange got a little, or I mean my yellow got a little bit of orange in it. Swish my brush off better. I'm going to use my green and then my blue. And I'm going to get my blue. All right, friends, so I'm going to, oops. I'm going to swish that around. I want to make sure I get that cleaned off. Oops, sorry, guys. Got some barking dogs. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my yellow and get a little bit of yellow paint, and I'm going to start over here and I'm going to make a sun with my yellow. Oh, I'm going to also get those dogs to be quiet. All right, friends, sorry about that. Okay, so first we're going to start out with our pinky. So I want you to use the fingers that I'm showing you and the colors, okay? So we're going to use our pinky, dip our pinky into the red, and we're going to put a dot. All right, that's our Mercury. So I'm going to use my water. Turn my camera here a little bit. I'm just going to swish my fingers off a little bit like that. And then I'm going to use my towel to dry them off. All right, so then we're going to use our ring finger. That's our finger that's next to our pinky. Okay, so that'll be a little more challenging. Hold down these 2 fingers. We're going to make it yellow, and that's going to be Venus. All right. Again, I'm going to rinse my fingers off. I'm going to use that ring finger again. Just makes the sizes a little bit different, okay? And I'm going to dip it into the blue for the earth. All right. Rinse off the blue. Dry off my fingers. I'm going to go back to red with my pinky for Mars. All right. Again, we're going to rinse off. All right, our next planet is going to be one that is larger. So we're going to use our thumb. We're going to use orange. And we're going to squish down our thumb. All right, that is Jupiter. All right, rinse your fingers. We're going to use our thumb again, but this time we're going to put it in the yellow. And that one's going to be for Saturn. All right, we're going to rinse off again. All right, this one we're going to use our middle finger. So your second from this side, second from this side, thumb, finger, finger. So we're going to use that finger, middle finger, and we're going to use green for Uranus. All right. And then last, we are going to use our pointer finger in the blue for Neptune. Yours will probably fit on your sheet a lot better since your fingers are smaller. All right, once you get to the end, we have rings around Saturn. So we're gonna put a ring. You should let your painting dry. This is a little bit wet still. I'm gonna use a little bit of orange, even though this is yellow. I just want it to stick out a little bit, and I'm gonna make a little ring around my Saturn. All right, friends. And then this part, if you can ask a grown-up to help you, if you're a K4 or a K5, you might be able to do this on your own. We can write a letter, Mercury, Venus, V. Earth starts with an E, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Now it's your turn.